Hello, everybody. Yay! How are you? Lovely viewers, Vera, Zen. Nice to catch you both this evening. Um, I need to remember one of these days. I keep forgetting that we have the in the Madword Discord. There's a channel like just to add gifts since we can't do gifts and stuff here on Twitch. So, like watch along and throw things up, and I'll sometimes catch it after the fact. And it's either hilarious or I have no context for what the GIF is for. What was going on? So I'm gonna try and keep that open tonight and see if I can participate. So nice to have you all here. Episode 51. On our way to 100. Woohoo! Very exciting. Um, he is gonna be here shortly. And it should be a quick, easy thing to get her loaded in once she does. Well, where were we? Let me just sneak up on the end of last session's notes, which are over here, just to really set us in the space. First, let's do music, and then as soon as Serena gets here, we'll do the DM inspo roll. I don't want to forget that. Let's see, what do we want? We were in tense negotiations, but I think I'm gonna put on just some. Let's listen to this. Yeah, it'll be okay. Just some more chill music as Nasrana is taking a softer side when talking with Adrian. Here we go. Thank you for linking that, by the way, Tasha. Yeah.
Anytime.
Oh no, Tasha. Yeah, it does that for me every like 3 months, and I got a month of bullshit, and then they update, and it's like, haha, we're we're
Yeah, and
invisible
mine
again.
just updated, and YouTube's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't want to watch your stupid ads."
Stop forcing so many of your ads down my face. Thanks. I can't stand it. Yeah, they've gotten so berserk with it.
Yeah.
All right, let me run my dice. Got my comfy Hello Kitty PJs on today. Favorite pair of pajamas. Okay. All right, still no Serena. So, man, I kind of want to make sure we do the dice roll before we dive back in. Let's cover where we were. And if Serena's not back, then we'll just have to do the dice roll. Where indeed were we? Tee hee hee. Was it here? Nope, that's the extra. Okay, well, negotiations went pretty well. Um, our team offering up the Fate Diamond for in order for Nathrana to join Aveline's big party of do-gooders. And there was some back and forth, but again, our crew did an excellent job. There was a moment, a little hiccup, where just after Nathrana accepted the diamond, caught that they had some sort of magic suppressing or hiding something on them. It was just suppressing their presence to make sure they made it safely through Maze Manor. But being Nathrana, she's like, what's going on? I want like clarity here. I've been open, welcoming, drop the magic and put the diamond back down. I guess to say, I need to, make sure there's nothing else going on before I accept this. And so they did. Um, and her eyes immediately darted over to Ladrin, and she raced up to her with sort of a natural speed, smoke kind of trailing behind. But the tense features of her face turned relatively soft, and her eyes almost pleading for answers. And her voice soft and searching, asked, "Who are you, and why do I sense Raynor from you?" And Ladrin kind of loosely, replied, "Well, I said who I was, like a Ladrin, like I gave her name. And I believe said, well, Raynor was, my mother. And so she said, name your grandparents and your family members. And Legion did. It's like, all right. Started naming some off. And at the very end of the session, Miss Rana said, it's really you? I've been looking for you for a long time. She'd taken a knee. She's 11, 13 feet, whatever. She'd taken a knee to be face to face. Been looking for you for a long time. And that's where we ended. Such a juicy place to end. But now we're back. We get to get into the deets. So let's go ahead and roll the DM inspo. And let's see what we get. Oh, it's a number I don't get often. Carly.
Working on it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
9.
Take your time.
No,
Nice.
you're
Okay.
good. I was trying to close Notion out. 9.
Neat. And Tasha?
15.
15. And Lil?
16.
Oh, Lily scoops it up. I rolled a 19. So Lily scoops it up to being 1 over Legion. Oh, hey, Sword Thief. Hi, it's just so sweet. How are you? Nice. Okay, well, Fiora's got the I think it's a D10 currently. Inspo die for tonight. Of course, you can use that on behalf of other people if you wish. Doesn't have to be for you. It could be for NPCs, party members and the like. Okay, with that, that's all we can stall. So it's really you. We've been looking for you for a long time. Pick it up there if you have anything you want to say in response.
She's a little. She's stunned and like trying to think really, really quick, like why? And then, yay, Serena! Perfect timing.
Hello.
She'll, I guess, just kind of like snap, like, why? What?
Sorry. Raynor and I lived in the same prime before the Sundering. We were lovers, partners. It's probably confusing. Your mother and her husband had separated, but remained living together because of, in my opinion, a very judgmental village to which they belonged. Well, Raynor was planning to probably move away with me once the baby was born. That way, it's important to her that her family greet the baby into the world and that they meet her. But I'm your other parent. You have green elf and archfey blood in you.
What?
It's where your minds and kind of tell that you have, and that fire within comes from. I always steered clear of her very judgmental village, concerned about or she's has an Irish accent. Excuse me. Um, concerned about what the villagers would do if they found out about her consorting with a fae, especially while holding up that illusion of remaining together with her ex husband. But we were just waiting for, again, you to be born. It was important that her family met you before we went on our way. But then the sundering happened, and felt the passing of Raynor. And I rushed. I rushed from the Feywild, and but the land itself there was being drawn away into colossal black holes of nothingness in the sky. And I made it there to that prime, but once there, I exhausted every bit of magic I had to go stepping through tree to tree to tree to navigate great distances. But the trees and the destinations I knew were no longer there. The whole world being torn asunder and remade. But I still, with every ounce of my being, I tried spell after spell and attempt after attempt to reach my lost Raynor and our unborn child. I used everything I had, and it drained me. I collapsed, exhausted, with the very world itself disappearing around me. Everything had gone dark, and I awoke in the bowels of Wraithcore here in this new prime. That's that volcano island off to the west. I was myself, but connected to this world in a very different way, sort of gestures to her form, with all the volcano and ash and such. And I set myself to the somber task of locating Raynor's body, though all spells that would let me do so showed it didn't make it through the sundering. My own heart sundered at that point by the loss of my partner and our unborn child. I retreated to this new Feywild. Many years later, I discovered Maze Manor in some of its doors here, I discovered, lead to broken fragments of time and space in the moment of the sundering. And of course, you all opened that door and saw exactly that with those people. That was a snapshot from the sundering. If frozen is, quote unquote, frozen in time. I've been busy with many things here, but in this new world, regularly make time to continue searching through Maze Manor in hopes of finding Raynor in that moment and at least saving our unborn child, if not also her, or resurrecting her. In fact, much to my surprise, there was a day while searching when a door opened from the other side. I could have sworn I felt the presence of Raynor. I flew to the door, but it was closed. And the magic here, well, it can lock the doors from the other side, and I was a mess. I banged on the door for days trying to break through. As you can understand, first ecstatic, and then crushed. But since then, I've been spending extra time in here in Maze Manor, hoping to find another lead, another door that opens and lets me feel that presence, which I now believe was you. I planned on using the Fate Diamond, and she kind of picks it up off the floor, in hopes of, in all its incredible power, to cast a spell capable of finding what I've long sought. But I think I found you. I still hope to use it to find Raynor, perhaps a chance to save her in that last moment, or bring her back. Then I found you, or you found me.
He is very like like jaw drops, eyes wide. I don't know how, or she doesn't know how to respond to any of this because she's like, "What the fuck?" Because thinking like, "Oh yeah, we were the ones that closed that door and thought that you were." Okay.
This is a lot, I'm sure, for both of us. I am torn. I just want to hold you so close, but I know I'm a stranger to you. We've never met. I want to know everything about you, but I know how that sounds coming from a stranger. We'll just say, I'm here. I'm here. Questions? Anything you might have. You want to yell at me? That's fine. You want to hug me? That's fine. You just want to sit in a room and drink a cup of tea? That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to sit down and have some tea. He's just gonna start making some tea and sitting down. Who wants tea?
I'm sorry. She turns to everyone. I've derailed our meeting.
He is sobbing at the sight of a family reunion gone positively. She's just crying.
I'm so sorry. Consider this deal done. And slips the Fate Diamond away. Kind of at a loss for words as well, with everyone. The meeting turned family reunion. Like, I don't feel like you need. I mean, I don't want you to leave, but don't feel like you have to stay on my account. Honestly, I'd love it if you take this and pulls out. Looks like a very vibrant green, calcified clover, and hands it to you, Latrin. This acts, effectively like a sending stone. Passes it to you. I imagine it's just a little too much, and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I'm sure you all have matters you were looking to get to. You're welcome to stay, but I understand if you have other things to tackle. Ladrin, just know that when you're ready, whenever, come to me. I truly wish to know everything about you, everything I've missed, and message me at any time. And she'll lean down a little, like, towards your ear, Ladrin, and whisper, you'll need to perform a ritual soon, or those vines will overtake you. That's your archfey side. It's usually balanced with other species, when with your within your blood, or by performing several rituals throughout your early years. Helps balance everything though, but it's currently rather out of control, and I hate to see anything bad happen. So come to me soon, and we can, if you're willing, we can perform at least the first ritual to start the work of balancing that out.
Okay. Okay.
Back. Well, for now, I'll meet with Aveline. I'll return with you, and work out the more minor details of this agreement. I can guide you back to the last door used, which should be all of you.
In the dragon chat, she will ask, I don't know what to do, but part of me wants to stay for a little bit. I need time to think before I leave again. I don't know. What should I do?
Stay if that's what you want.
Agreed. Yeah.
Are y'all gonna stay with me?
Of course.
Obviously.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. Ladrin will look at Nimprana and just ask, do you have a place for us to stay for a little bit?
Absolutely.
I think I'd like to stay for a little bit. I need to process all this shit.
Indeed. Aye. Of course. Let me do what I can to make this place more comfortable, and sort of spreads her arms out, and a bunch of magic forms sort of more of a typical building structure within this big room. Walls draped with like ivy and morning glories and stuff like that, kind of formed to create a couple separate different rooms for comfort, little chairs and stuff like that to sit in and whatnot. Make yourselves at home. I'll enjoy partake in that tea when it's ready, if you're willing. I love a good cup of tea.
Yeah.
Thank you. And of course, for the rest of you, if you have any questions that I feel a little more free to answer. You've looked after my daughter for a while, it sounds like. So, you have any questions that maybe I was a little tight-lipped about, I'd be willing to share a little further, if you wish, if you have anything. Otherwise, let's make ourselves at home here for a bit.
Yeah, I do have a question, actually.
Oh, perfect.
Are you aware of an old man pretending to be you?
An old man pretending... not yet, but that's very alarming. Do you know where they are or what they're after?
God,
Nope.
no. This was like a year ago.
Oh.
I think
They
he
knew
knew
me.
Adrian's name. Yeah.
Oh.
They threatened us.
It turned Gregory into like a black, icky, like smoky color.
Was that
No, this-
before or after I died? It was like immediately after.
It was right after, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
right
I think Chester
after.
was dead. It was you.
Yes.
So that wasn't you. You don't.
That was not me, but I might have some ideas of who's behind that. There are some here in this Feywild that aren't fans. There's a couple people that worked close to me that I had in my employ. I think there's only a couple that would have known the name that we were going to name our daughter. If you come across them, they're no friend of mine, though. Right. They... Let me see if I can pinpoint who that might be. There's a couple people. One of them deserves their privacy and secrecy. The other one doesn't at all. And it's probably that second one, as they had their own ulterior motives working for me, and were not good people. They didn't hurt any of you, did they?
I mean, yeah, but we're fine now.
See some of that sharpness come back to her face. I see.
It was in Crestwood Valley, I think, if that helps.
That does. That does.
They were able to actually control Gregory. If that, like, I couldn't call him back. Not like he's a pet or anything, but like,
Okay.
That's weird.
The person I'm thinking it is an aspiring archfey. They would have some great power, illusion work, some control over the weather.
Hmm.
They've been making things rather difficult for me in other places as well. They stirred up a bunch of blighted creatures in Elindra's domain. Kind of rolls her eyes at Elindra. Elindra's domain. Trying to pin that on me. Oh, they're a nasty bit of work. Well, if you spot them again, they are not a friend. They're after some rather dark things for this world. They're after their own power. They wish to become a full-fledged archfey. But they're taking a dark route to it. So beware. Just beware. And Legion, if you ever encounter them, contact me immediately on that clover. And I will be there instantly. Yeah, so there's a little time to chat if you have anything else you want to, ask or talk about. For any of you, or, in Legion as well, of course.
Yeah, first thing that's gonna pop in her head. She explains. So, was it before I was born? Probably, was it a week, 2 weeks before I was born? Did you and is my Raynor, were y'all like would y'all have little chats outside of our little plan thing?
Oh yes, regularly. Especially as it was getting close to your birth. I didn't want to set anything off, but also just so eager. And would find time regularly to come out and visit.
Well, that solves that mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The vision you saw of her, like 20, 30 feet tall with the eye thing, definitely matches like a fairy tale person. It does not have any of the smoke or volcanic stuff, so that would also click.
That makes sense. Okay. Hmm. I think she's just going to drink some tea and sit with her thoughts for a little bit. Probably won't say too much.
Sarah would be sitting next to her, and if Ladrin permitted it, she'd be holding her hand in support.
Yes. Yes.
Little rainbows reflecting the dew on the plants. Yay! Yay! Okay. I think that, I'm sorry, Legion, if you have anything, though, let me know. If you have anything else, or if you're just like, I have no idea what to ask, then we can just do a small talk thing.
She's, I have things I want to ask. Ladrin, on the other hand, this hit her like a brick, and so she's like trying to process. She's processing, so she doesn't really know what she wants to ask.
All right. I think she'll ask, turn, so Fewar's going to hand him, and later she'll kind of look over everyone and kind of pause over Dia, Tuna. And, can you tell me anything else about this, Aveline? Is she anything like Alindra, or does she seem more level-headed?
I don't know if level-headed is the word that I would use to describe her, but she's not like Alindra.
All right.
Sure. That's for sure.
Good. All right, good. My concern with Alindra and working with her is always been that she just takes so much time to plan and to think things out. There's things affecting people day to day, but it takes weeks and months of planning and double checking and finding just the perfect plan to manage things, that so much can happen to the people caught in the middle in the meantime. Whereas I've always felt it's important to plan, but get just the information you need and then get out there and make something happen.
Aw, Ladrin, that's where you get it.
It looks fondly.
She snaps at what? She's not paying much attention. She's
That's
slow in her
awesome.
thoughts.
But if Lindra's, somewhere at least in the middle, I understand I can be on the other end of that extreme, but if this Aveline is somewhere in the middle, it'll put my mind at ease a bit.
She has a plan for everything, and it doesn't take her long to come up with it, I would say.
I like that. All right.
In our experience, at least.
Of course. What can you all tell me about Ladrin? Ladrin, I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna pick your friends with you. Take your time. I'd love to hear your impressions of my daughter.
Well, she does this thing where she pretends like she doesn't care, but she cares very deeply about a very specific amount of things, and it's quite endearing.
Oh, oh, you might get that from me too later. That's lovely. You can't let people know. You... That's your business, what you care about. That's right. Nice.
She also cares very deeply about tea.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Ah,
And anytime a
She-
situation is getting outside of her hands and she doesn't know what to do, she makes tea.
Yes.
Mhm.
tea is so grounding, isn't it? It just helps you bring you back to zero. Relax, assess the situation. The two of you seem to be getting along quite well. That's rather exciting. What are your impressions of Ladrin? Feyor, of course.
Ladrin was the first person I could really call a friend in this world. And she has been the strongest, bravest person I've known since.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's gonna scoot closer to Feyor.
That's lovely. Well, I'm sure you've had many ups and downs, Ladrin, and everything that brought you to this moment. Much hope to hear every one of them that you're willing to share when you're ready. But I'm just really glad that you have these wonderful people around you. You've turned out to be the person you are in front of me today. I'm proud, I'm relieved. This is a good day. Kind of
Yeah.
goes to toast some tea to that.
Mm. Yeah, she'll toast as well. Yeah. I'm trying to think. No, never mind. She's gonna still sit with stuff.
Okay, yeah, take your time. I'll say that, time will go by, and at one point it'll probably be time to go, back to Aveline. And so if you have anything you'd like to say or do before returning to Aveline, let me know. Yeah, probably the day here. She can take you back to the most recent door open. Thing's pretty expansive, so probably says we can, be here for the day.
Ladrin will ask about the Fate diamond.
Right.
Do you think it could bring Mom back?
I think it can help me find her. The thing is, her passing was almost hand in hand with a sundering. It was just moments prior. And this place has a number of those moments captured perfectly as they were, with no time passing. So I think that if I can use this Fate Diamond to help me find Raynor, find the right door, even though she's passed, she will have only been minutes dead. That's it. And I have resurrection magic that makes easy if it's only a couple minutes. Now maybe no doors captured that moment in time. But I think you probably have an understanding of what a powerful love can hold. I'd rather spend my eternity searching these doors than believe that there isn't one that connects to it.
Okay. So don't hope too much. But that's better than nothing.
I feel with the Fate Diamond in hand, we can know once and for all if there's a door that connects to Raynor. This is incredibly special magic, holding the Fate Diamond. This isn't the magic from the Weave. This is from, well, it's said to be from an overgod. And if I can tether this to Raynor, this is the magic that did the sundering, it's believed. So it should be able to tether through these moments in time in the sundering. Raynor and I have the connection already. This will tether it. If it tethers to nothing, then that'll be pretty definitive that there's no moment in time where she was captured. But if it does, I'll have a direct line to the right door. And if I find her, I've pulled people out of rooms in my search. I've found many others in moments of near death and despair, and some that have passed families and otherwise. As I've been searching, you can only be within rooms for so long before the magic starts to affect you, but it's a minute or two, and that's usually enough to race in and pull some people out. And once returned to this, once in the hallway, they begin to unfreeze from that time. And I send them out to this world, this prime, or Fae, to live their lives. So I believe we could do the same for Raynor. Pull her out, and then revive her.
Okay. So much has happened today. Would you if you do or don't find anything, would you let me know?
Absolutely. In fact, if you wish to be there for the ritual, I won't perform it until you're ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like to be there. And then also, I also want to work on, she just kind of points to her arms, but she's like tracing the gloves she's still wearing the gloves that Fiora had made.
Yeah.
But she's just kind of tracing, like, wanna.
Absolutely. Well, I have to understand the magics of this Fate Diamond before I can do that anyway, so it'll be some months before I can do that spell to find Raynor. So when I'm ready, I'll let you know, and then you let me know when you're ready, and that's when we'll perform that spell. As far as the other items, the first ritual is very, very simple. It can be done anytime. Just let me know.
Soon should I? Like,
I would say.
I've kind of seen what happens when it doesn't. Like,
if you don't use any large amounts of your Fey magic, and you just use your green elf magic, then you should be all right. When you use your archfey magic, it reaches. It'll overexert. You don't want those to reach your heart. That imbalance is too great, and it'll choke your heart.
Yeah, kind of figured that much. She hasn't. Well, I guess she should have. in between when they stole the Fate Diamond until now has her binds, because she did use like fire and stuff for that. Has she seen any like
There's
growth?
been, yeah, anytime we've used fire, there's been growth, but it's been minimal. Like you catch it and you're like, oh wait, your brain notices, but it's that slow or only, oh shit, okay, that's a little further. I think probably, I don't think you touched the Fate Diamond.
I don't think. Oh, no, I don't think so.
So far, only Dia and Feora have touched the Fate Diamond with their bare hands. Ladrin scooped it up with the bag.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And yeah, because you'll see that, I feel that Nathrona would have had it in her bag because she can't be like willingly close to it. So just being in its presence is not fun for Nathrona. So when she's shown it, it's been brief. Then she would have tucked it away just to kind of retcon that, because the whole thing is Archfey can't get close to it.
For the diamond?
Wasn't it the diamond? Oh no, it was the God Touch thing, wasn't it? Oh, okay, yeah. So she's holding the thing. She's holding it fine. Nice. I'm getting my facts mixed up. Oops. Yeah, so there, I mean, however how you want those to be now, Latrin, you'll probably find, unless you like back into like the heart of Orin or something like that, unless you do something big, you probably gotta, another half a year before you'd have to, another year probably before you'd have to start worrying.
What would that what would that ritual look like?
Well, the first one's
Just so I have an idea.
You're basically waiting in a hot spring.
Oh, that sounds
It's
relaxing.
rather comfortable. It's usually done as just a baby. You're just brought through with your parents and spend some time. It's a particular magics in the hot spring and lots of petals and such within it. That's very rejuvenating.
How long is it? Just like chilling for like an hour or
It's
something?
3 hours. It's a bit of time. It's 3 hours. Um, but it's the first ritual, which again, they grow a little more intricate as you play a larger role in them as you progress through the other rituals. But that's the first one, just meant for babes.
Is this something I have to do by myself, or like can anyone just kind of join into the hot spring? Like,
Typically it's your parents, but really, it can be anyone that trying to think if it really, yeah. It's harder for mortals to stay in the water. Now your blood is mixed between the two, so you'll be fine. So you can bring others in. If they can stay in the 3 hours, up to them. They might have to evacuate early. If you give any thought to allowing me to participate, I would rather love that.
in the dragon chat, she will ask, I feel in my gut that time's gonna slip away like faster, because it usually does. I think I'm gonna start this because I don't want to wind up as a choked out like tree thing. Are y'all cool with me or hanging out for 3 more hours and then we can bounce?
Oh,
Hey,
so you're not
Cole.
into choking?
Oh, yeah. Take all the time that you need, Ladrin.
Right, yeah, sorry. No, we should do this ritual so you don't turn into a tree.
Yeah. Then Ladrin will say, I'd like to start the ritual because I don't know when it's gonna be a year before I remember to do anything, so I should probably start now.
Well, I can well have to go to the Feywild for it. And I probably need about a month to get everything grown, and so I have to find the spring and then grow the particular plant life that infuses the water. There's a number of steps that I could rush, but it would ruin the ritual. So it takes about a month all in all to get that prepared. I can come grab you from wherever and bring you there in case you're on the road and you just want to plan for a certain date, or I can let you know when it's ready. You can let me know what your schedule looks like.
I mean, I'm good for a month or two down the road whenever it's ready. I would
Yeah.
just ask that it's probably not gonna be around of what? I don't know if they were I don't remember. Anyways, not around a full moon. Because
Right.
might be a little bit more difficult. Um so there's a little werewolf thing going
Oh,
on, just as a heads up.
understood.
So,
Do you have everything under control?
oh yeah.
Like,
Oh
all
yeah.
right, wonderful. Well, that's wonderful. Of course you do. Of course you do. Good. Good. All right. Well, can do. I'll get to work. I'll speak with Aveline, sort out those details, and then I'll get to work on the spring for the ritual in the Feywild.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Should we head to Aveline then?
Yeah.
Get the business portion all set.
Sounds excellent.
All right. Well, kind of waves away all the everything that made that house and furniture. Kind of recedes into the walls and floor. All right. This way then. And stands, back up to her height. And begins navigating the hallways with you all. It's definitely a different path than you took because things change in here all the time. But you do return to the space of shrubs where you entered. And the Thranduil will pause. But should I go first? Or should I just follow all of you in? I don't want to alarm Aveline.
Maybe we should go first.
Alright.
I think that's a good plan.
Let you all go by.
Through the door.
Nice. All right. As you all step through the shrubs, you see into this garden space in Aveline's backyard. Aveline is watering plants just over maybe like 35 feet away using her magic.
That's so cute.
And just, watering plants here, waiting your return. There is a key difference as you all step out. Oddly, the world is cast in a strange darkness. As you step out, you look around, everything's just It's the sun should be out, but there's something eclipsing it. It's got that eclipse energy where the world just has this eerie feeling of darkness. It's not like nighttime where things are just like pitch black. It's like this weird, like dim light, greatly diminished sunlight down to like 5%. It just leaves the world cast in a light unlike any other, where it hazily blankets everything. So y'all step out, and it's Rana too, so also kind of looking around, and Aveline's, oh, welcome back, and hustles over, finishes watering that row of plants. Oh, good, and Nithrana, I presume, and oh, yeah. Right, welcome back.
Why is the sun being blocked?
That's a wonderful question, isn't it? It's the talk of the town. We're
Gone for 5 minutes.
We're not doing
know.
eclipse, are we?
We are not. That's the interesting part. It's took place earlier today, shortly after, not immediately, but shortly after, maybe half an hour after you all went into Maze Manor, and yeah, it's not a normal eclipse. It's not. In fact, you can see the moon, and points over to a different part of the sky where you can see like part of the moon. So it's not that. Lots of people questioning. Don't know yet. Anyway, so we've had a little time to get used to it. As it's been maybe like even though it was. Gosh, I'd say maybe what 3 or 4 hours in there of chatting and stuff. It's been about 8 hours out here. Yeah, so plenty of people looking into it. A little alarming, but we're just managing.
Has anything else happened with it? Has it just been...
Nothing else. I've some people have reported seeing something just absolutely colossal in the sky before the blotting of the sun. Something wriggling through the sky before the sun darted out, but other people think it's because their grandma said something poor about the primordials. So take everything with a pinch of mint, as they say.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Isn't one of the things we're looking for, isn't it called the Thunder Serpent or something? Could that be what's wriggling in the sky?
Oh, I hope not. The Night Serpent. Yes.
Oh.
Definitely one of the lost gods, Dendar, I believe.
Oh, Dendar is different. Okay. Maybe, perhaps.
Can we yell at it to move?
You can
Do we
move
want
it,
to?
Evelyn.
No. Okay.
Nothing happens.
Do you think...
Thing.
Should we go check on the house? Perhaps it's a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
I can take our guest, Nithrana, if you're agreeable. We can go deal with business matters. Of course, you're all welcome to use the estate as well. However, Enderlin is currently in town, but the staff can assist you. Or if you're wishing to head to your own home, grab some snacks and food on the way, at least.
How do we
Couple
get
bottles of
groceries
wine.
up to our house?
Careful.
How are we when we employ staff? How are they going? It's a logistics problem. I'm not charged.
Very carefully.
And Nithrana agrees to head off with Aveline to kind of sort out the business side of things. You're all welcome to pick up goodies on your way through. Sounds like you're headed to your house to investigate what's next. See if you get closer. Okay. You get on your lily pad. Boop, 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 starts going up to the cloud castle beside the mountain. I think it takes like it's like a 2-hour ride up there because it's over by the mountain too. Maybe like an hour. We'll say it's an hour. We don't want to make it forever, but you're up really high and you're over by the mountain. So, you make your way up, and yeah, you do have You're certainly higher here. You've got some rooms. I think you even have like that Widow's Peak walk that it's like a really high balcony on the roof if you want to go through there.
Absolutely.
You all pile out again. It's like this blue tint to the world, this subtle diminished light. Not quite the night of darkness, darkness of night rather. You find your way out on here, and you're looking up, and everything's pretty dark. But I will say that you all notice that there's no aurora. The sun's aurora isn't, like where again a moon when it would be spherical, and so it would have that aurora around it. You don't see that. You do see there is a roughly spherical shape, maybe a little more narrow on the side, squished in from side to side, that is much larger than the sun. But whatever it is really up there in space. Like this is not in the atmosphere.
Hmm.
When
Weird.
see a little wobble to it every so often.
Ooh.
Gross.
Well,
Well, I'm gonna go make some tea.
Okay. What the fuck are we going to do about that?
I don't know. Doesn't
I mean, no one said that we had to do anything about
right?
it.
Lilith and all of them are just sitting around. Can't they shoot something at the sky?
Yeah. But like, I mean, it's gonna be us, right? Like we know that at this point, that if
Really?
someone's gonna
Sure,
have to do
but-
something.
How do
We
we
could
get
be the
up
ones
there?
to do something. Someone else can do the planning of what that something is.
Yeah.
I personally am a little under-equipped to deal with whatever the fuck that is. So I'm just gonna stick with what I know.
Pull a sword out of its damn forehead. I don't know what we're doing here. Okay.
Can I have Lilith's sending stone?
Oh, I think
Do we not have one from her?
no. I think Ladrin has it in the
Yeah,
bag.
Legion's
Or-
got it, yeah.
Or a collection
who
of
has
cell
it?
phones?
Is it Legion or Feora? Who ended up with Lilith?
I thought I had Aileen, Lilith, and then
I think so.
Elendra.
I think
I don't know.
everyone, had you have
Or
it.
everyone has a different one.
Mm.
No, I think you ended up
Okay,
with
well
all
then-
of them. Yeah.
Okay, I do
Okay.
have all of them. Okay, so whoever wants. Ladrin's gonna come back with all the tea. Gotta
Mhm.
let it steep for a little bit. At least 5 minutes, maybe 10. I forgot what I made, but it's gonna be good.
Nice.
What are we doing?
I just need Lilith. I'm just going to ask, why hasn't all of any of our powerful allies done anything about the thing blocking the sun?
Right. So Lilith or Lindra? Who do you want first?
I'll take Alindra's first.
All right. He hands it off to Dia.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Alindra, there's something blocking the sun over Oberlin's Mill. If you've seen it, have you done anything about it? And or are you doing anything about it? This is Dio, by the way.
You get a response back within a minute. Dear, well, it's actually blocking the whole planet.
That's right, that's how the sun works.
We are researching, putting together a plan. We'll keep you posted.
Mm,
And that's Alindra's response.
okay.
Want Lilith?
Yeah, I'll say the same message.
It's okay. It's rather a problem, isn't it? Looking to see what we can send up there to bother whatever it is. Just managing the safety first. A day or two. Keep you posted.
All right then.
Well, okay.
Probably evening time now as you're up here.
I have another mommy, apparently.
That did happen.
Yeah. How do
You wanna-
feel about
what-
all of it?
Want to talk about it?
I mean, yes. But I mean, what would y'all do if, like, I don't know, out of the blue, you have this very, like, all powerful lava archfey person come out and be like, hey, yo, I'm your mama. Like,
I would be like,
don't-
oh, damn, I'm half Archfey.
yeah.
Probably bark about it a little.
Probably bark, yeah.
So yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess it explains. It explains some things. I mean, she kind of like, if Gregory hasn't already been out, kind of like looking at him and be like, so are you a fae? You're a fae thing.
Gregory cracks a little smile.
So much.
What did you say? Anything,
And you-
Gregory?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, why didn't you say anything?
Just
Oh,
continues to not be able to speak.
not like speak with animals would help. Or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But like we play Phoenix chess. You could have just like, oh, you don't know how to spell either, so that wouldn't have worked.
The fact that Gregory can play Phoenix chess is your first clue that there's. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I just thought it just came standard with
I'm just being
wildfire
silly.
spirits.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I don't know what to think about all of this. Hmm.
I don't think you have to right now.
I like that. I'm happy to think about it right now.
I'm not saying to completely ignore it, but
Oh,
yeah, no, don't do that. But I think just take some time to process it. Just let it happen.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least, I guess, I can go through stuff to help stop me turning into a giant tree. Or whatever that vision was. So. Yay.
See, it's gonna be perfect. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. What now?
Dinner, probably.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Thea, you're gonna cook, right?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I can help.
Good. I found a recipe on how to make individual hens for people. So if you know how to decapitate and pluck hens, that would be great. I've never done it before.
Adrian, you can do that in your sleep.
I mean, I can. Yes, I can.
It should be ready in about 5 hours.
I can if you don't want to, Ladrin.
Tasha doesn't want to. Ladrin don't give a shit. Druid. Yeah, let's do it.
Circle of life.
That sounds
have
amazing.
ya?
Circle of life, baby. Fine.
Nice. Oh, for the next 5 or 6 hours, the house smells good. It's saying once it gets in the oven, oh, starts smelling delicious. Um, yeah, you have a little bit of a late night, but you enjoy delicious, well, carefully crafted by Dia for all of you. I don't think, oh, well, I guess we haven't rested yet anyway.
Mhm.
Is there anything else y'all want to do as you're eating over your meal? Everyone's Poppy pops out and is there. It's just pretending to eat, but talking about how wonderful it looks. Um, and let me know if y'all have anything else you want to do. You've got a backyard up here too, but there's a lot of like overhang past the house before the edge of like the cloud here. So, but then there's grass and
Yes.
stuff that grows a certain thing in case you want to let any of your cute pets out.
Yeah. Me and the girls, I'm going to have a riding lesson with the girls.
Nice,
Aw.
nice.
Tuna has never ridden a horse, I don't think, ever.
Oh,
So
let's practice.
I've ridden the
this.
girls a few times, but
gosh, as you pull the girls out, they're even bigger than you recall. They've grown yet again. It's much easier probably at this point to mount them and have a safe, comfortable spot to stay. But just for training purposes, go ahead and if you want to do athletics or acrobatics, you can choose either or.
we gonna do athletics for
Okay.
this.
Nice.
Okay, that's it. That is a gentleman's 20.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's funny. I love that. All right, beautiful. Well, easy peasy. Just like riding a bike, I guess. You get back on, you're like, yeah, it's no problem. Girls are having a blast. They, being out, running around in all this space. There's birds up here to chase too. There's all sorts of fun things.
I feel like Tuna almost goes flying off the edge of the yard at one point.
Woo! Yeah, hold still, girls. Yeah.
Like, oh god.
Definitely patience leading the charge on the bird
Oh yeah.
over the edge. Yeah.
You might need to build a fence.
We should probably build a fence. A really tall one.
Nice.
We should tell Aveline that for sure. I don't think we need to build it. Hire somebody to come help build it.
Yeah.
Fair.
Let's see.
Since we have so much space,
Yeah.
like up everywhere, because I was looking back in my notes. Ladrin's wanting to work on her archery stuff. Aiming more to that becoming better at being a sharpshooter.
Oh, okay.
Because she's going to be practicing when she can.
Do you a little archery set up out there? Like a little target and stuff to...
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
love it. Okay. Beautiful. Soop, soop, soop. You're sinking those arrows in. Yep. Working on that. Go ahead and make that's dex based, right? So go ahead and make I guess an acrobatics check for ha-has, just to give it all the modifiers you can get on that.
24.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Really successful training tonight. Yeah. You're
Nice.
trying it from different
Hey.
angles. You're running and tumbling and firing, like to make sure you can do it. Um. Let's see. We got. I don't know if you want anyone to run the target around. I don't know if anyone has magic to move it around. Maybe Mage Hand or something. But
Oh, Tuna's like holding it above their head on the girls. Like,
Yay.
Nice. It really puts the pressure on to hit the target. So thankfully
Yes,
with the 24,
thanks.
yeah, you're nailing it. Anyone else
Great.
having their friends out?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Gil is always allowed to fly around.
Gil thanks you in common in your head.
What? You can talk?
Let's see, Gil voice. Really. I've picked up some language. I've been listening. I hope you don't mind.
I don't at all. Oh, you precious little thing.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're kind. I'm glad you found me.
I'm very glad as well.
And they've grown a decent bit as well. They're probably, let's see, I've got to get my things together here now because it's been a while and I forgot what I did with this. So for now, I'll just say they've grown maybe another like half a foot.
Okay.
You know, for a fairy dragon, that's you know, pretty nice. Yeah, I've been actually, which languages do you speak, Dia, if I may ask?
Yes, you may. The list is not long. Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Primordial.
Okay. They're speaking in Draconic.
Okay, cool.
Because they are indeed an offshoot of dragons. Feyru, of course, is just what they're called here. Well, I guess Ru means dragon, but you know. So Draconic. They know Draconic and Sylvan. I picked up a couple. They'll tell you in Draconic, Sylvan, and this one sort of kind of came to me. As I got older, this one just kind of popped up.
That's amazing. I don't know the other language you're speaking. It sounds like springtime, if that makes any sense.
It is very flowy. I picked up some other skills too. I thought, I can talk to you in our heads as long as you're close, about 60 feet. It's a limited telepathy. I've gotten kind of robust against magic. So they have advantage on saving throws against spells or other magical effects.
God, it was busted.
They shared their invisibility before, right?
They have. We play hide and seek.
Nice. So I have and I think this is from the Fae side, that invisibility, I can just do that unless I lose my concentration.
Oh, don't tell Feora. She will be incredibly jealous.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm working on some other things, but I'll keep those as a surprise. So, they already did Dancing Lights. And I think they did Minor Illusion.
Yes, I kind of used that as a way to get out of the shop. Just had a very poor illusion of us standing in the window.
Oh, that's right. I can do this too, and they use Mage Hand because I don't think they've done that yet.
No.
I've been watching you, and it looked really cool, and it's more of a Mage Claw, but you know, there you go.
Seems unethical. It seems no longer ethical to treat you like a pet because you are fully cognizant and can talk, and do magic. Did I kidnap you?
No, you saved me. You saved me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I was left in that little cave. I didn't know what happened to my parents or my siblings, but they just didn't come back one day. They didn't come back, and I was there about a week. And I was a little nervous when I saw all of you, and I thought I remember singing a song, and then I thought I scared you away. I kind of followed you a little bit because I didn't really hadn't met anyone else, and I didn't know how much longer I was gonna last in there.
That's fair. I was quite pitchy, but I've been practicing. I've been doing some vocal practices, so it's fine. All right. Yeah, because that pet store owner did not mention that you would start talking.
Oh,
Hmm.
surprise!
It's a delightful surprise, Gil.
There's one other thing I can do.
Okay.
But it can get a little messy, and I don't know if I should do it here or if
Yes.
there's just maybe out.
Do it.
Okay,
Let's go outside.
okay. And I'll fly with you, and I say, okay, all right. I'll just maybe over here in the yard, and they do the little hop, skip, walk, and when they breathe out color spray. A dazzling array of flashing colored lights springs from their mouth, and it's the first level spell, which you know.
The one that blinds you.
Is you roll 60 10. That's how many hit points. It's like sleep. You subtract, in a 15-foot cone, starting with a creature with the lowest hit points. Yeah, they get blinded until the end of their next turn. And you keep subtracting HP out of that total until you can't cover their HP.
Very underutilized spell. I've gotten fucked up by a illusionist with color spray before. It sucks.
Let's see. Let me just double check how old. We've been at it in campaign for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Let's just see if they're old enough for. Yes. Yeah. Okay. There's one more that I've been working on, but I haven't. I've just been practicing on little creatures when I can. I don't really know what it does. I think I need to use it on someone that can talk like us. They can
Okay,
tell.
use it on me.
Are you sure? I don't know. I mean, no.
I'll be fine.
It seems to be a good thing. It doesn't seem to be bad, but I just. Okay. All right. Flies up a little closer to you and does a little breath. With this poof of pinks and whites and blues, shiny little starry bits inside. Dust kind of covers your face. There is a savings throw, or you can choose to fail it.
I'll choose to fail.
Okay. Let's see. So it's actually a positive and a negative thing. So
Okay.
It's euphoria breath. So the good side is you're hit with absolute euphoria. And let's see.
My child drugged me.
Yeah. So you can't take reactions for 1
Okay.
minute. For 1 minute, you're euphoric. So you can't take reactions. And then there's a roll, 1 through 4. You take no action or bonus action. Use all of your movement just to kind of walk in a random direction. Euphoric. On a 5 or a 6, you don't move, and the only thing you can do, is make another saving throw. So you can at any point, any of these, every 6 seconds, make a saving throw to try and step out of it. Downside, combat-wise, there's lots of downsides, but roleplay-wise, it's euphoria. So
Yeah.
Are you all right?
I can see why people get into drugs now. This is fantastic.
Oh,
Wow.
good. Oh, good. Because everyone seems happy, but they also seem a little confused, and I wasn't sure.
I am very confused. Don't let me walk toward the edge.
Okay. Over here kind of flaps in your way.
Okay.
Other way.
This is fantastic. Wow. I don't. This could be very useful, but I'm also very concerned about putting you anywhere near battle because we just came from a terrible place about people who can jump out of shadows and were very keen on stabbing us to death. And I don't want to put you in that kind of situation.
Okay. I'm fine not being in that situation. Yeah, yeah.
There we go. But I'm very happy that you've developed these. Sorry, I'm giggling. Very happy you've developed these skills.
Thank you.
This is wonderful, Gil.
Thank you. I mean, it's all thanks to you. For taking such good care of me. Thank you. You know, if ever you have like maybe not battle, but maybe just something like, hey, you go sneak around and get this for us invisibly or something. Maybe I could do that, and this stuff would be handy, like low stakes, you know.
Understood.
Yeah. Because I don't like things stabbing me from the shadows.
It's unpleasant.
It sounds it. Euphoria fades.
Ooh, I need some water. Yes, but of course, I will let you know if there's anything small, low stakes, low danger. Let's see if you want to help. Of course, Gil.
And I'll put I think I've maybe given you this link before, but just so you have like what he's up to or what they're up to, that's their deal in Discord. Okay. We got the girls running around. We got Ladrian. Target practice. Oops. Ladrian, are you at all having the wolf spirit wolf come out and hang about?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
They're kind of racing around with you as you're ducking and dodging and firing these off. You take a break, they'll kind of like curl up around you and just, ask how things are going so they can talk to, which I would role play, but I know it's like a loaded question right now, so I don't want to put you back in the hot spot for that. But they're just there to support. Are you letting Scully out, or did they cobweb a room here? Is that right? Or no, that was at the end. Is that here?
That was in my room. Are we outside right now, or are we?
You can't. Everyone else is, I think.
Yeah, then I'll be outside, but I'll probably just be having him sit next to me so that everyone else doesn't get freaked out.
Scully like looming next to Feora, not freaking everyone out at all.
Like getting
some legs up on your shoulders and head, which you don't care about.
She's like absentmindedly petting like his legs, and she's got like a little hand mirror, and she's changing her eyes to different shades of red.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Okay. Just a fun evening at home for everybody. Awesome. And the food is done, and you get to sit down and fill your bellies with that delicious Dia dinner. And I guess head to bed. Not before using the bathroom, though, as we all know. So, for anyone that doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break about now. We'll knock that out, and then we'll come back and see where we go. Alright, catch you all in about 10 minutes. Our audio will be hot, so chat with us if you like. And we'll catch you real soon on the flippity. There we go.
On the flippity. I was trying to go back and figure out what the spirit's name was. It's Tempest.
Tempest, yeah, that's right.
That's what I thought, but I'm like, I don't remember. We're good now.
So before I forget, I got the D&D tarot deck.
Ooh,
I love that deck.
It's so pretty.
Oh my
gosh, it makes me so happy.
That's so cool.
Because I'm, 20. Do what?
You have to put pictures in.
Yes, absolutely. No, because I'm 26 years old. My mommy still gets me an Easter basket.
Yay!
So I got it in my Easter basket.
Live in it.
Absolutely.
I love being an only child. It's great.
That sounds amazing. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's so cool. So good.
And it comes with in the book, it's like, here's what the cards mean, and also here's how to use them in your campaign. And it's like, it gives like scenarios, like
Oh,
if you
man.
pull, I'm just flipping to a random one, Knight of Intelligence, because it changes the suits to be intelligence, strength, wisdom, and charisma. The Knight of Intelligence, a holy order needs your aid to sanctify a place defiled by demons. That's the adventure hook that you get for it.
That is so cool.
It's
Yeah,
so
I've
cool.
seen
that's
the
so
art.
cool.
I've seen the art. Loved the art. I still want that deck. I have a friend that
It's-
has it. It's beautiful, and I didn't realize that they had that hook in there. So now I need
Yup.
it every like
Even
my
more.
birthday's coming up. So
Birthdays.
birthdays. We got what's it? What is it? 13 more days, Dan.
13 more days. Birthday twins. I can't wait.
I love it. Okay, be right back.
I gotta get a snack. Oh, that's sour. No one told me lemonade was sour.
You've been lying to me.
listen. Very cute. You hear that dog? In the neighborhood? No, because you burped.
Oh.
No. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't block the passage with it. Intentionally. Yeah, but not intentionally. And I warn you. That was a very ripe cantaloupe, my goodness. Which maybe I shouldn't have eaten right after taste testing the tuna. As the flavors begin to blend now in my mouth, like, that's an interesting combination.
You mean cantaloupe and tuna are not harmonious in
Who
taste?
knew? No one taught me this.
Oh, fuck.
You guys
I
know
just
this
walk
already?
I was not aware.
And you let me eat it? You sat there and watched me eat it.
Everyone's got to
Oh,
learn.
God.
Oh,
Everyone finds out one way or another.
Biohazard being perfect then? Yeah. Sometimes. Sometimes it is. A flood watch. Till midnight?
I'm not giving
For
the
y'all?
flood any attention.
Yeah. Rare here. We're up really high elevation wise. We're up on a hill. So I'm sure we'll be fine, but dang.
Sure, that's what you'd like to think.
What's that?
Nothing.
Oh. I'd like to eat fudgies so that my eyes tear up.
Stop. What's wrong with you?
No.
He also likes to call them fudgies, so it sounds as
Sounds
appropriate as possible.
Gross.
What are they actually called?
I forgot my water. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Tasha was never seen again. Like, I'm out of here. This is too
Screw
much.
this
Oh, that's wait for the thing you were talking about before stream.
Mhm.
That's really cool.
Instead of
Oh yeah. Much more fitting. I love. I forget what those are called, but that top piece. It's like a yeah. Just
so this would be
Arena.
like travel.
You weren't. I don't think you were here earlier. I made Gregory's feet.
Look at those
And
little
Carry them
toes.
around
They're
my
so
bag like a
cute.
freak.
Ah, shit. They're just little babies. So cute. The arms are further down in the bag, but yeah. I've just got 3 more sets of things to do. So, which won't take
Nice.
long. I just got to make double of them. But look at it.
That's so exciting.
Awesome.
You're totally gonna crush that deadline.
Yeah, you're flying through.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Thanks. This is like I've neglected Baldur's Gate because I'm trying so hard to
Oh,
finish.
nice. Mhm.
Although I did finish
Taking
my
it
evil run.
serious.
Thank God.
How'd it go?
Done.
Who'd you romance in your evil run?
Astarion,
Mm.
and my whole plan. I guess it's gonna be a spoiler. I was gonna stab him in the motherfucking back.
Mm.
I'm a dark urge bitch. Like
Mhm.
you're gonna degrade me? I was so upset because the patch fixed it to where you can't stab your romance partner in the back at the end. So I'm like, cool. I guess
Give us
y'all
the
can just
options,
go
bro.
rule the world and break
Yeah.
it
Ugh, together, I guess.
together.
Ugh.
I wanted.
Partners.
I hate it because everyone was evil. I hate that. It's gross.
It
There's
is
no
bogus.
quality in
Oh,
evilness.
yeah.
Ethan and I are on our second playthrough, and I'm
Ooh.
romancing Astarion.
Mhm.
We're going a little more morally gray this time. I'm romancing
Okay.
Astarion, he's romancing Gale, and we're fighting over Halsin.
I
Yes.
love it.
But he texted me today, and he said, "Did you know that Gale is?" And he tried to say monogamous.
Mhm.
Boy struggles sometimes. He called him a mongoose.
He
Yes,
is.
it's
He's like, "Did you
is.
know that Gale is mongoose?" And I was like,
Mongoose
Oh.
energy.
"Does this mean I can have Halsin?" And so we've been arguing back and forth today about who gets Halsin. So
If you want to
I
romance
love
Gale,
it.
you can't jump the bear.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but
That's
Astarion's all for
correct.
it. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. He's like,
Oh.
fuck yeah. And Shadowheart's cool with it too.
Yeah, I
Mm.
think
The only two.
No Lae'zel is cool with it as well. But
Oh,
yes,
really?
as
I
far
thought
as
she
I'm
was-
aware.
I think Karlak lets you date Astarion. I don't know about Halsin, but I'm pretty sure you
She-
can date Karlak and
Oh.
Astarion.
No.
No.
You have to. She'll let you sleep with him in the first act, but by the second
Mhm.
act, when you
Ah.
like get her all like happy,
Oh.
then she's like, "I want us to be just us." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay."
You gotta respect that.
Valid,
Yeah.
valid. That's like when
Yeah, so-
Halsin approached me, it was like, "Hey, you want to sleep together?" And I'm like, "Hold on, let me ask my boyfriend." And Will's like, "I don't share." And so I went back and I was like, "Sorry, he doesn't share. My bad."
Nice,
My
yeah.
bad.
My
Aw.
boyfriend said no.
My boyfriend said no.
Did you know that there's an Astarion Stardew mod?
Yes.
Yes.
One of the
What?
generators?
He did,
Yeah.
yes.
Replaces
Mhm.
Elliot with Astarion.
Mhm.
And
Nice.
it's just the right amount of sass. And I'm
It's
like,
so good.
Perfect.
but I've got brain rot over Astarion, so
You would die in Pelican Town. He's like, this place sucks.
Mhm.
Hard labor? I guess that's why he's
Ew.
Elliot.
Yeah,
But
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Just in his house playing piano.
no,
Amazing.
I'm not allowed to talk to Will in this playthrough because I will end up romancing him again. So Ethan has to talk to him and do all his quests for me.
He's just so sweet and prince-like, and I
Perfect.
love
I
him.
love him so much.
Mhm.
So every time Will has an exclamation point, I'm like, "Please go, please go handle this. I can't do
I
it."
don't have the strength.
Not
Yeah.
strong enough to.
I'm not.
not strong enough.
I'm
But
gonna
you split it up into different playthroughs.
Exactly.
pop us back
I
live
do.
too. Sorry. Here we go. No. Join us for our next stream where we talk PG3. That's it. We will just have a stream with it. Hear all the goodies.
Look, this is a home game. You guys are just happen to be here.
Yeah.
Like Twitch just happens to be here.
I love it. Right. Well, where were we? Right. Everyone's gonna get some rest. I don't know if anyone's taken any damage or used any spells, but feel free to, mark full rests off for yourself in D&D
Okay.
Beyond if you need to. However, some interesting stuff happens while sleeping tonight. Or rather, you're sleeping, and then Ladrin, when you wake up, you awake in bed. The eclipse affecting, the night's light. I don't know where I trailed off in thought there. Wow, this is when I was falling asleep. Anyway, it's, the middle of the night, you're waking up. Maybe almost time to wake up in the morning, but early. And the eclipse is affecting the night's light, just as it was, because that's just, reflecting the sunlight. But there's a quiet ambient sound in your ears, bothering your ears. The medium pitched buzz and crackle of energy that hums ubiquitously from the distance. Excuse me. The light that fills the room through the windows flickers though, as though something above, outside, is intermittently passing by and blotting out more light. And there's a chill in the room as the windows to your room are wide open. What would you like to do?
Is this everyone's room or?
This one's Ladrin specific.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
The fuck? She will cautiously get up, scan the room first,
Mhm.
see if anything else is out of place, because she knows where everything's at
Right.
in her room.
Okay, you sit up. You know, the curtains are blowing with the cold winter air. It's really dim light, but you have dark vision as well. You kind of look around. Everything, the door's closed. Everything seems to be in place. But again, flicker in the light as if something once again has passed above, outside.
Could you tell me if this is something I could do, but
Mhm.
because we were talking about Baldur's Gate, the how they do their produce flame, it just kind of like sits, like just for flavor.
Sure.
Like if she has produced flame, she
you
wants
can
to
do that.
light it and just kind of like hold it.
100%.
Like I
Mhm.
like that visual.
Mhm.
Illuminate it a little bit, and then just like, I don't know, I guess just ready to hit somebody or something,
Okay.
and go towards the window.
All right, you're on the ready. It's giving that 10, 15 feet of like brighter light, still dim but brighter. Take a look out the window, nothing down in the backyard. You're looking out across, the sky, and as you look up, far above the clouds that you're on, an otherworldly serpent, far above the planet even, twists and winds its way through the sky. You watch as the sky and the stars rotate suddenly into daytime, and the serpent wriggles over and eats the sun itself. And everything goes to black, and you hear in your head, I am Dendar, the night serpent. I consume the dreams of both mortal and immortal beings alike. We know you have been working to oppose us. We have succeeded in our goal and no longer need to remain hidden. We are coming. And I'm going to put a pin in Latron right there because everything's black, dark. And effectively that ends that, and then you actually wake up in your bed.
Is my window open?
Your windows are closed. There's no chill in the room. There's still dim light. And that's where I'll put a pin in Latron right just for a minute. Feora, though, you awaken in your bed at some time in the night as well. The comforts of the room surrounding you. A noisy ambient sound rings through your ears. A medium pitched buzz and crackle of energy that hums ubiquitously from the distance. Your awareness snaps to focus as you hear Ladrin making tea in the kitchen. The darkness of the eclipse makes it hard to tell what time it is, but it feels like a very early hour of the morning for Ladrin to be making tea. You hear some cupware crash and shatter, and Ladrin exclaims, an ow. What would you like to do?
Run immediately towards and trying the dragon chat to Ladrin, "Are you okay?"
And you're also heading out there, you said? Okay.
Yeah.
You're running out there. Ladrin, you're in the kitchen, right? That was a hell of a dream. You're awake, guess what you're doing? Making tea. You receive the dragon chat, you see Fiora, rush out to the kitchen, you just dropped, a cup. Fiora comes out, "Are you okay?" And I'll let you two kind of role play out. So you have an opportunity later to talk about what you're doing up if you want. And Fiora, you role play one.
I heard you say, "Oh, are
Yeah.
you okay? What did you hurt?"
What did I hurt? My hand? Maybe?
Yeah, probably a hand, probably picking up a piece that broke, and or just one of those ow responses because it's near your foot, like
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever you'd like.
I'll just say her hand. Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just clumsy. It's too early.
Yeah,
Is
it
something-
is. Why are you making tea?
I had the strangest dream, and I need to settle down. Oh my god. Okay, fine. I don't know, something's off. I had my windows were open. I kept hearing this like this crackle of energy or whatever. So I go out to look up, and I see, what's his name? Dendar or something. I think that's it. The night servant. Tuna talked about this. Saw them completely I guess somehow twist the sky, and the stars were gone, and then it was daytime, and then he went out, slithered his way over and ate the fucking sun. So it's all just dark, and then he spoke to me and it freaked me out. So, but I think it's just a dream, but it's probably not. I don't know what's happening.
What did he say?
Well, he said something about consuming dreams of mortal and immortal mortal people, beings, and then they know what we're doing. They've succeeded in their first goal or something, and they don't need to be hidden anymore. So I don't know how to take that.
Oh.
Mhm.
Maybe we should get the others.
Okay. Why not? This day cannot get any more weirder, but it's going to. I can just feel it.
I'll get Tuna. Do you want to get Dia?
Yeah.
To jump back in real quick. Thank you very much, both of you. Yeah. So Legion agrees. Yeah, I'll definitely hit that. And she pauses though, and just adds, "I'm just worried."
I mean, yeah, it's a worrying thing. That's why we should.
No, I know. I mean, I'm worried that no one is safe. Drops her head, right, and you see her distress, right? She's rubbing the back of her neck to work out the stress. And as she raises her head, she continues by saying, "Because I can be anybody." And her form, face and body, is now one of the people that Hask appeared as on the ship. And none of you will see your final moment. You feel a stab in your back as you turn and look. Poppy releases a kitchen knife that she just drove between your ribs into your heart. With your final few heartbeats, you watch the two of them laugh, and you worry about the real Adrian and your friends. before waking up for real in your bed. I'm going to put a pin in Feyor there. You'll have a moment to process before I come back around. Dia, though.
What up?
Woohoo! Yeah, you wake up in a different life. So, but you don't know it's a dream. It just, this different life feels like your life. Another morning in beautiful Avalon. A somewhat loud ambient sound pierces your ears, though. A medium-pitched buzz and crackle of energy that hums ubiquitously from the distance. It's time to get up and head off to work. But first, you have to lift a sleeping tuna off of you, as they often have you wrapped up in a snuggle in the morning. You wake up to this familiar home, which the two of you call your own. Been a few years since you bought the place, and it's proven to be everything the two of you hoped it would be. Okay. You grab a quick breakfast, give Tuna a kiss on the horn so you don't wake them. Offer a quick prayer to Camnod at the shrine in your closet, and head off to work. Today's target is a diplomat from South Belmont who's visiting the city for some fundraising. The skills you've gained as an assassin prove worthy of the task. And you quickly take care of the diplomat, leaving the scene to look like an accident. Another day, hard at work. Today is an important day, though, so you must hurry to wrap up the task at hand. Later that afternoon, all tasks complete, you finally arrive at the annual meetup and State of the Cooperative address. Having used the extraplanar travel to avoid detection, you are safely tucked away with your fellow kin in this demiplane, where Camnod will be in the flesh. You are thoroughly thrilled and excited. Navigate your way through this palatial cathedral. You find your way to an open spot on a balcony over the assembly room floor. Thousands and thousands of fellow assassins fill in the cathedral in the lower floors and the oh my gosh, Dan, what's the word? You just used it. Balconies up above. Of course, it isn't really Camnod up on the pulpit, but he's here today, likely hiding among the droves of assassins and blending in. They are known as Camnod the Unseen for a reason. People are praised for their fine work this past year, and you are given a special mention among other assassins. Sketches are passed around for new targets this year. As always, you and everyone else here quickly flips through their stack of targets for these special mentions, those that Camnod wants unalived above all others, as the reward for succeeding is training directly from Camnod himself. As you flip through, there are only 4 people in the special section this year, and it's as you're flipping through that your awareness returns as Dia, the Dia you actually are. You flip past your own portrait and those of your party in the special section. Behind you, fellow assassin, though likely Camnod himself, whispers, "Can you ever be vigilant enough to see all of us coming? We'll see you soon." And then you wake up. And we'll put a nice pin and Dia there. So sorry. These are your D4 rolls, by the way, the order for this. Just so you don't have to worry about that later. Like, what was it? Tuna. You stand over Dia, felled to the floor. your mace held high. You breathe heavily in the cold night's air. Your campsite a wreck. Your 2 other comrades taken out in their sleep, their blood still dripping from the spikes of your weapon. A loud ambient sound rings in your ears. A medium-pitched buzz and crackle of energy that hums ubiquitously from the distance. You fight with every fiber of your being, but you have been relegated to a backseat view in your own body. Forced to watch yourself crush the skulls of your 2 friends, and now prepared to do the same to your partner who lay at your feet on the... A voice in your own head speaks as your body is frozen in that moment of wind-up before striking the fatal blow to the unconscious Dia at your feet. The sounds of her begging and pleading and trying to fend you off prior to this still resonating in your head. The disembodied voice speaks. I and my servants cannot be seen. Cannot stop us from possessing you. You won't even see us coming. Perhaps we'll leave one of you alive to live with the memory of killing the others you held so dear. Next is a terrible crunching sound of skull under mace. Again and again and again, until only a mushy sound can be heard. And then you wake up. Now, I'm going to remove pins while in a sorts, in that these were all individual dreams or messages. A more apt description, perhaps. All of you experience what happens next. You're not present in your bodies for this. This is
Dan.
almost, yeah.
As I was looking through my sheet, I just recalled I have a ring of mind shielding. Could I have actually gotten that message?
For this and how they went about it, yes.
Understood. Understood. Okay.
They can't read anything from you or glean anything. Just, but this is effectively through the dream versus...
Understood.
In the dream realm. It's a Dendar thing. But thank you. Please always let me know. Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
So while not present in your bodies, you're kind of given a vision, all 4 of you. It's in a small forest clearing. The faded moonlight of the eclipse illuminates a sizable cave in a hillside. A pair of glowing, unearthly red eyes, bearing an unspeakable evil, penetrate the darkness of the cave. Stepping forth a malodorous, sickly hound, the latter half of its body rotting and falling apart, maggots pouring forth from the open portion of torso onto the ground. With each step, its paws burn a paw print into the ground, leaving behind a putrid yellowish green pus and maggots which fill each footprint. And a voice speaks. And now, and so, we send our hound, Kezif, hunter of the faithful, devourer of mortals and gods alike. Send them after you as well, that none will stand against us. The vision begins to focus in on Kezif's face as they growl menacingly with hunger. And the terrible buzzing sound continues to grow louder, now reaching a fevered pitch. And just as it does, everything turns pitch black. but the sound remains grating on the ears and the mind, and a very dim light begins to fill the space. Deep within some long-lost ruins, by all appearances, you see the source of that noise. A small, black sphere of annihilation, spinning rapidly, hovering over an elaborate pyramid structure. As your vision pushes in, so too does the sound grow louder, until finally you all wake up in the morning. You still have your long rest, but you all wake up in your, whether together or in different rooms. You're actually awake for the day now. Yay!
Later wants to go to the window.
Okay, you head over to the window. The sun's back out.
Okay. She'll run out of her room to Feora's room and knock on the door, but also in the dragon chat just to Feora. Are you awake? Are you up?
In the dragon chat. Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
She comes in and she just like stares at Feora real quick, like in one of those like I just had the most like weirdest fucking dream, but like I don't know. Wants to gauge like her too in case, because you never know. It's just you or everybody else.
If Farah's still in her bed, clutching her necklace and staring at Ladrin in fear.
Oh, okay. She notices that, I'm sure, and then takes a step back, and it's like I don't know what's going on. I mean, I have an inkling. The sun's back out. Did you have any weird dreams last night too?
Is this another trap?
No.
Well, that
Would
was,
this be
that was a stupid question, right? Because you wouldn't just say that it's a trap.
I don't know what's happening. She'll take a step forward just to like gauge reaction from Feora.
She flinches back.
I don't know what's happening. It's me. Shit, I don't know how do I I mean, it's me. Anyways.
Am I the one with the mirror that was fixed?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that need ley lines to work though?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind then, because I don't figure out a ley line out of the sky. I'm not dreaming right now, am I?
I can slap you, but I don't think you like that. Anyway.
That's a conversation for another time. You said you had a dream.
Yes.
Tell me it.
She describes everything that she can remember up to the sphere that she saw.
Okay. Mine was task. They were you, and then it wasn't you. And then I was stabbed by Poppy?
Okay, that makes a little more sense. I mean, I swear it's me. I mean, however I need to prove that to you, it's me, I promise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess we go find the others.
Yeah. What was your dream? I mean, besides it just being Hask, was that it?
In the dream, I woke up and I heard you get hurt while making tea. And you told me you had a dream. And then I said you should get the others, and then you turned into Hask.
Okay, that kind of pisses me off. So okay. Should we go like get the others, or should we just drag and chat to like meet some like in the kitchen or something?
I think I would feel better getting them, and then you don't tell me weird cryptic shit.
Okay.
Just for my peace of mind right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to go get Dia or Tuna?
You can get to them.
Okay. I'll meet you in the parlor, sitting room, library, whichever like comfy room we have. And then Ladrin turns around, just like both really pissed off, but like now just like utterly sad. Just like it's so sad. And goes and finds Tuna.
Feora doesn't move an inch until Ladrin's like out.
Yeah. I'll put a pin in Ladrin, just getting everyone's since Tuna and Dia also woke up at the same time. I'll just check in on them to see where they're at when you go to get them. So we're winding time a little bit. Did Dia and Tuna wake up together? Are they?
Fully, I was
Yay!
gonna say that. I was
Yeah.
gonna message you and ask you. Sorry.
Excellent.
You both wake up. Yeah.
Tuna's immediately like looking over, like checking Dia, like
Yeah, I'm fine.
like grabbing her by the cheeks, basically just inspecting, like, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine, darling.
Okay. Sorry. You're not hurt. You're okay.
I'm all right. Had a annoying dream.
Yeah.
Same with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was yours?
It was, what was... Hold on. Hamnard. He constructed in alternate life where I was an assassin, and then gave me our faces. I had already... Apparently I was very good at my job, and he had... showcasing that he had agents that could slip in and out of pocket realms. What about yours?
I killed you. All of you. Someone possessed me. Something possessed me. It was leaving me alive, so I knew what I'd done. But you're not an assassin. Kennard's not here. You're safe, I promise.
Well, I had no worries about that, darling. And we've all experienced getting possessed by something, and honestly, it's more likely going to be me. But you'll be all right as well.
Thank you.
Of course. And thank you. It... Ugh. Very perplexing, though. I don't... Thing about assassin, at least from... I am not an assassin, so I'm only saying by hearsay. They don't threaten. They just kill you. So this was a very strange flex of power.
You think it was a message?
I think it was an attempt on to frighten us. There's definitely a message for sure. I think whenever you feel, well, something my mother has said, whenever you feel you are on the losing end of an agreement, she is of the mindset to put pressure on the opposite party. Whether that is to increase the price of a sale or get rid of other options. And I can't help but feel that this is similar. Out of frustration, we've done the impossible. We stopped a lost god. And what is left are those who are meticulous and planning, and I think any further involvement makes them nervous in a way that they haven't been before. So, if they're not ready to outright kill us yet, because we've seen Hosk is completely able to do that, but we did make his day difficult. So, I think it is a way to make us paranoid and distrusting of one another, because people are easier to pick off when they are alone.
It's true. Well, I'm of the mind to not give them that chance.
Agreed.
And I'm gonna look kind of like out the window and see if the eclipse is gone. Just
Oh.
literally still laying in the bed, just refusing
Yes.
to move, just like
You got a good angle there. Yeah, you see the eclipse is past. The sun is back out this morning.
Yeah, I think it might have been our night serpent friend that
Controls
Right.
dreams? I think it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're definitely sending a message, but
Mhm.
you're right. We'll just not let them separate any of us. Put up a united front.
Mm-hmm. Go down swinging, as it were. If they decide to attack us all at once, though. I don't know.
Look, we'll at least piss them off before they kill us.
Knock at the door. Ladrin.
Ew.
We're up.
Mhm.
Oh, good. We need to have a little chat. So I'm gonna go, I guess, make some tea and meet y'all in the library.
All right. Threatening dream of a lost god variety.
Great, you had it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, see you soon. Okay.
Nice. Legion fires up some tea. Tuna and Dia making your way, at your own pace to the living room.
Mhm.
Yes. Library, I think.
Library, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I like the library better. It's cool. Just my brain. Fiora, how about you? Are you joining everyone in the library when done?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you approach any differently than your normal one? I know your response to was later in the morning, was that reserved, Is it the same as you approach, everyone? So maybe, you'll notice Figueroa's, kind of different approach. Rather than just popping down next to Ladrin or this and that, sort of a guarded sit or stand that's just like there, but being very wary and ready to protect yourself. Ladrin, you come out with the tea.
Just kind of eyes Feora and sets down the tea and just like slowly goes around the other way and takes a seat. And pours herself a cup of tea and is like, all right, so I had a fucked up dream.
Mhm.
Everybody shares their dreams with one
Yeah.
another. If you, I won't make you roleplay it again. You have a complete kind of set and order to the dreams now.
Okay. Well, I think the first thing that we could do, now that we've shared all this information, to dispel any anxieties, prepare yourselves, as I am going to use the tattoo to give us all true sight.
Okay. Yep. It shifts in tone and such, so you can tell it's activated, but everything appears to be as it was.
Okay, and I'll dismiss it. Oh, that's a lot more comfortable when not staring at a being made of magic. Okay, so does that help, Feora?
Yeah.
Does Feora move to sit down?
No.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah. Well, we must be doing something right if the most, I guess I would say, secretive of the lost gods are throwing their weight around. But how do we want to proceed, I suppose?
Honestly,
Them?
is there even a point in tracking them down at this point if they're just going to come for us?
Eventually come to us. Some of the
We-
minds. Go. Yes, go ahead, Lathan.
Oh. We need to figure out something to, like, a code word or
That
a gesture.
that won't work. Remember, Husk can
Hashtag
fully absorbs memory when he transforms into someone. So, unfortunately, I think the only degree that we have is this gift that we received. Why are they working together? They don't. None of them seem a cooperative type. Aside from Ascension, we know that to be, at least we were told that was their goal.
Was cooperative enough when they can't get what they want on their own.
Right. But how long will that last? I mean, how long do you work for someone who you can't trust? / you want sole dominant power? But I guess that's speculation. So, I don't know. We could wait for them to come to us. I guess with their skill set, I wouldn't want them coming at us because that means they are prepared. But that might be our only choice because we have no way to track them aside from the myths about them. You know, Dindar walks around in dreams. Hosk is gallivanting, switching his face to who knows what. The other, I'm not as clear about the others. I'm not as gifted as patron of assassins, so I don't know what that means. Suppose we could try tracking them. There are spells that can divine someone's location.
We should probably inform Aveline.
Yes.
And if Ninthron is still there, clue her into.
I don't know if we should.
With Ninthrana or
Aileen.
Aveline, not until we know something more concrete, I don't think. We're just putting a target on their backs if we involve them.
Mm-hmm.
I think there
we
would
were
be
never
help.
meant to do this on our own, though. Seeking Lilith, Nathrana. The whole point was to have their help. To cut ourselves off from them now. And just leaving ourselves even more open.
That's fair point. Suppose if the lost gods do come back, then it doesn't really matter in the end anyways. So
you'd rather you know something instead of being blindsided by it when you're defenseless or not as prepared.
I have a spell that I can do. I'll need some supplies. I can divine anything significant about something, someone, someplace. If that might help us as well, if we need to fill in any gaps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can also scribe, but I don't know how well that works on those beings.
I worry we could attempt. I do worry. I mean, if Hosk is our baseline of the one we've interacted with, he is a prominent spellcaster, so he probably has ways to defend himself against being scryed upon.
Probably.
Not impossible, though. I was able to counter one of his spells, so I don't think
You're a
it's impossible.
badass.
It's
Thank
true.
you. I just have to figure out how to make him stop flying.
Sorry, I have notes somewhere in my phone that is all of the lost gods, and I'm trying to find it, and I can't find it.
I
Would
keep
you like a
flipping toward
list,
it in
fresh
my
list?
notes.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't let me. I tried looking it up earlier, but it wouldn't let me access it. So
Oh, no worries. Okay, let's see. We have, of course, Borum. Borum of the Lake of Boiling Mud, already taken care of.
Mhm.
There is Camnod the Unseen, who is the patron of assassins. There's, of course, Hask, who you know to be that elder. I forget what it's like, a shape changer, but it's an elder something or other that you kind of glean from your research. And
Yeah, what did they call it? God, there's so many else.
I've got that elsewhere, but I can get that for you if you want that as well. But you kind of have dealt with Hask and you know their deal a little bit. There's Dendar the Night Serpent, devours dreams of mortals, deities, primordials alike. There's Tyron Thraxus, the Possessing Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Runs with a crew of those that can possess, mostly, spirits and such like that, but they themselves are considered a powerful, the lost god anyway. That's their jam. There's Kezef, which is that hound, that half-rotted hound. And then there's Entropy. And from what you gleaned in your earlier research, Entropy was so strong that they couldn't be destroyed, and that instead an overgod imprisoned Entropy in a sphere of annihilation, and that they're all seeking to release Entropy from that sphere of annihilation. Entropy is sort of who they're hanging their hat on. Entropy is the one that can devour all the primordials, leaving them with all the power to wipe out mortal races and make them all, or mutate them all to be new, subservient species, and serve them. One of them.
Okay.
Well, this is just wonderful. Okay. So I'm thinking I was targeted by Tyron Thraxus,
Mm-hmm.
if I had to guess.
Camnod on my end. There was a whole altar to him in our house.
Gross.
Yeah. Also thinking very highly of himself.
Really, honestly.
so vain.
Okay. Good lord. Okay. This is a lot.
Should we be concerned about Poppy?
Poppy, should we be concerned about you possessing someone or stabbing someone?
He'll pop out right behind you. No, I don't think so.
Behind me?
No, not behind you. I wouldn't
Oh.
do it. Just behind
God.
Tuna. Me? And she'll walk around. No, I hope not. No, I'm a hero. I'm not a baddie.
I mean, I'm not even gonna roll an insight check because I feel like Tuna would just trust Poppy with their life, literally. So. I mean, if something was going to happen with Poppy, she would have done it by now.
Oh my
She's
friends.
been with us the whole time. I trust her.
Probably feels easier to say that when you're not the one getting stabbed through the ribs.
Tuna kind of sits there for a second and says, I smashed all of your skulls in with my mace. Do you still trust me?
Honestly, I don't know how much of anyone I trust right now.
All right. That's fair.
That hurts.
A task, yeah.
Fucking
Perfectly
hate
imitate
Hast.
anybody, yeah.
Well, regardless, I trust all of you. And whatever you think we should do about this, I'm all in.
I am in agreement that I think we should tell Aveline and the collective that we've gathered that they are aware that they exist, but that they are actively targeting us with aggression. I think that's a risk we have to take. All of the lost gods seem to thrive on keeping people separated until they need to be controlled. So I think telling them would be, at least I would place my vote into telling them, and perhaps they all could point us in a direction, start researching where entropy is, because I'm sure that is up in question since the Sundering. All of the primes shuffled and torn about. Perhaps that means entropy is lost, or perhaps that means they know where it is. So that's a topic to go through. I don't know. And then, Tuna, you said you had a spell that could glean information. I don't know what would be the best. What would be the best of the million things that are in the air? I'm not sure what would be the best to look upon. Oh, Kezif. They said they were sending Kezif after us. Do we all remember that? That last part right before the sphere.
Yeah.
So that seems like the most immediate thing we could possibly look into to get rid of.
Yeah, I'll need to go into town and get some incense and some ivory, but
Right.
Gotta go there anyways. I mean, at least my vote's to go tell Aveline.
All right. So
And Athrana.
We can all take a ride on the lily pad down. Let Tina, you go collect your supplies, and then we meet up at Aveline's.
yeah.
All right. Who's going into town and who's going to Aveline's? Are you splitting initially once you get to the bottom? Or are you all going together into town to get all your goodies?
I don't think I need any supplies myself.
Okay. So Ladrin and Dia and Feora to Aveline, or is Feora going with Tuna for something in town?
If we are splitting, I think we should stay in pairs.
Pairs, yeah.
Okay. Who would like to go with Tuna then in town?
If no one volunteers, I'll go with Tuna.
Nice.
Like, come on, guys, please.
Someone pick me, but like, yeah.
Can I go? But I don't want to like step on.
Yeah, everyone wants to go.
Well,
It's,
if you
yeah,
wanna
like,
go,
yeah.
I have. Okay, so I know I have no capability of looking outside of myself, given my wisdom score. So, if Feora wants to go, definitely just jump on it. Go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Alright, so Ladrin, y'all finish your tea and breakfast and head on down on the lily pad. Ladrin and Dia, you make your way over to probably stopping outside of Aveline's setup so the two of you can go in and start filling them in on that. Tuna and Fiora, you begin to walk into town to procure components and such. Let's see. I'll start with Legion and Dia. And don't feel like you can just give them a recap if you want. You don't have to,
Yeah.
because I don't want to burden you with retelling and
Mhm.
retelling. But you'll find there's a one of the service folks reach you at the front door, and they see you in. You find Nisrana and Aveline. They're effectively next day of negotiations, but they make time. See you in that nice cozy room with the big fireplace and everything else. Nisrana's eating some breakfast. Aveline, welcome, welcome. All right, please sit down. Yes, you things are going smoothly here. What can I help you with today? Any news? Any updates?
Divulge.
Okay. Oh my goodness, nice. Oh, that's rather disconcerting that they feel they don't need to hide anymore. Though it might make it easier to then find them. It's been rather difficult to pinpoint any location other than Borum popping up here and there. That's because they were mad. I should let Borum know and the others in our assembly. And they start kind of discussing that out with the two of you. Fiora and Tuna in town. You're easily able to pick up those components. Tuna, go ahead and whatever. If you have a price, go ahead and switch them out. If you don't, I can find it for you.
$450.
Oh my god.
I need incense worth 250 gold, and then 4 strips of ivory worth 50 gold each.
All right.
But
yeah.
Do math.
The spell will bring to mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. It might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known.
Legend
I love
lore.
that kind of shit. Yes.
But it has to be of legendary importance. So
Okay.
I would
think
say this is
Yeah.
legendary importance.
Yes. You picked
How
the right
much was it
campaign.
again?
Spell.
450. I love how like
Right.
dollars.
Nice.
450 American dollars.
I took it out of our inventory, so
Okay. Thank you
I
so
feel like
much.
Tuna definitely like brings Ladron an invoice afterwards. Like I don't even pay up front. Like I'm just like, here you go.
love that.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What?
The first page is just like something small. Oh, okay. What? The second page has all the pricey stuff.
It's like a CVS receipt. Like
Yep. Look, there's coupons at the bottom. We go back.
They are. Why don't you stop them?
Yeah. Anything for Fiora and Tuna that you want to roleplay while out in town? Don't have to, but just want to give the opportunity. Poppy's
Sorry,
skipping
I'm
one
always gonna
side
make
too.
that joke. Every time. I'll just kind of I feel like we're probably walking in silence, and Tuna just kind of leans over. I'm not gonna stab you in the back. But you're smart to make sure that I won't.
I know you won't, and I know Ladron won't, and I know Dia won't, and I'm fairly certain Poppy won't. But it's the not being able to be sure. And I've just had enough betrayal. And with the guild, I fixed it. God, the shit that I put new recruits through to let them in. But obviously, I don't do that to you guys because you're my friends. But God, Just not being able to defend against it. It's incredibly nerve-wracking.
I think being close with people like we all are has a certain vulnerability to it already. And this just makes it so much worse. And I think you're right to not let your guard down. I was harsh earlier. I'm sorry. But you can never be too safe. And I understand that. And I know I don't fully know what you've been through, but I was on the other side of it, so I understand, at least.
I worked alongside Candor for years. Always in a competitive sense, sure, but I still thought that at the end of the day, I could trust him. That we were in it together. So then to find out he was the last person that I should have been trusting. That hurt. And then I found new people to trust and new ways to trust. And now I'm finding that there's new ways that trust can be broken. Not that it's anyone else's fault, but Hask. And all this shit we've somehow gotten wrapped in. But you don't have to apologize. No one else has to apologize. We just need to end this.
The sooner we kill them, the less we have to worry about this.
Exactly. So you better hope that stuff works, because otherwise, Ladron is going to stab us.
Oh, for sure. This is the second expensive thing I've asked Ladron for. In a show of trust, I will pull out my bag and I will not say what it is, but Lily, I will message you what it is. And
Okay.
Tuna says, this is what I bought last time. And I'm trusting you with this knowledge. And I DM'd you what it is.
Examining response.
Not for now, but when the time comes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, just the Zoom chat right now.
That's awesome.
Asha immediately asking what it is. Like, we're gonna
Well, what is it?
It's small enough that Tuna pulled it out of their little
Nice.
pouch. They
It's-
have like a tiny little belt pouch.
Oh, that's amazing. It's smaller than a loaf of bread.
It
It's larger than awesome.
And it's larger than your mom. No more hints.
Oh,
No more hints.
Yeah, you continue.
Which mom?
Yeah.
Which mom?
Because one of them's 13 feet tall, and yeah, you continue making research. I'm on your way back, actually, at this point, probably to Evelyn's mansion. When Feyor, you get a message from your dispatch in Avalon. I can't remember his name, but your main dispatch.
Pierre.
Pierre, okay. Feyor, have an update. There's been a large-scale attack. God Eye Harbor. Massacre. Better term. only clues left behind are numerous sets of claw prints left with some sort of pus and maggots. The attacks scour town and then exit the southern gate towards Sunhaven. End of the map.
Holding one of her earrings. Thank you for the update. Is Kiri safe?
You get the next response. Kiri was evacuated for your orders the other day. They're safe. We have had no contacts in the city at the time of the attack. Do you wish to continue with the plan to send the next in?
Can I send another?
He's using like a bunch of
Okay.
spells and scrolls, yeah.
Give it time to breathe.
Yeah.
Forewarn contacts in all cities.
All right. More specifically, you know that Kezov, when not tasked with particular people, consumes the faithful. In case you want to add that detail, like be cautious extra around the faithful.
I'll just say it's added in the last.
Yeah. All right, and then the two of you, Tuna and Feyre, arrive back at Avelyn's as they're kind of catching Nisrana and Aveline up with the rest of the stuff. They just kind of caught them up. The two of you enter. In case you wanted to add your info or anything else, or work your spell or anything.
I'm gonna need about 10 minutes for this, and I need to be fairly, not specific, but I have to describe what we're doing. So I'm assuming we're going for the rotten hound, half-rotted hound Kezov.
I think that would be best. It's our most direct thing coming for us.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of which, Kesef hit God I Harbored and is going towards Sunhaven. So we should probably expect them soon.
Okay.
It's fine.
And should
Great.
probably find a moderately uninhabited area.
To be.
I'm thinking possibly, hold on, I'm pulling up my map.
You're in the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no. I mean, if coming from Godai Harbor, Sunhaven, we could intercept them in the Morishita Expanse, maybe? That's fairly open.
Or go back to where my home was. There's definitely nothing there.
But do we want to bring that sort of
I mean,
destruction there?
We could off to. There's plenty of other like uninhabited.
Sacred there now.
Yeah.
It is.
I just
Yeah, it's all
I
beautiful.
just remembered the.
Yeah.
There's a oh, I know she's been throughout that forest. Like there's other places.
You know some
that
really good
would be-
places that are uninhabited.
Yeah, there we go.
Pretty much
That's
anywhere
an
on the
option.
expanse there, though that expanse is plains mostly and uninhabited, so
Also, Tuna, might want to warn your faithful friends, because Kesef is likely to hit here if they're targeting our previous haunts.
It's
Just
true.
if you
Jam guy.
if you don't
Yeah.
particularly care. I mean, I'm not gonna judge, but in case you had.
No, yeah, that's very smart. Thank you. I think after this spell, I'll head out, and yeah. Sorry, I'm looking through my notes for the name of the Leonin.
Yeah. What was his name? Baron, um...
At
no.
I have it in my notes somewhere. Okay, I'll find it though.
Okay.
Baragon Emberi.
There it
There
is. Thank you.
Baragon.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, I'll let Baragon know, and he can spread the word.
Okay. And you're gonna perform the
Legend
okay.
lore.
Ooh, so
My
exciting.
5th level spell for the day.
Ooh, nice. All right, take about 10 minutes. You set up, and right here, they've got room. Make room. They pull some chairs out so you can set up your ritual for it or to cast. Does it expend all of those things? I hope not. It keeps it, I imagine.
It does consume the incense, but I get to keep the ivory strips.
Okay, good. So you only need one tier latron as
I only wasted $250 because we can use the 200 later.
Nice.
Use that again.
Yay! All right, you begin setting it up. And how would you do you have a way that you'd like to visualize this spell unfolding? Like how you'd receive the knowledge?
I feel like it's kind of like bone throwing with the 4 ivory strips.
Okay.
Tuna just kind of has them in their hands and they just kind of tap them on the ground and just kind of throw them and just look at the ivory strips and just kind of almost the lore just kind of enters their mind through that. I don't know.
I love that. Yeah, the magic weaves the lore into your mind, and here is what you find out. Kezef is also called the Chaos Hound and the Ravager of Heavens. Is one of the 3 elder eternal evils. The other 2 are Dendar the Night Serpent and Ityak or Thiel the Elf Eater. You've heard nothing of this Ityak or Thiel. That probably didn't make it to this prime. But Dendar, is one of the other elder eternal evils. Nearly immortal, very dangerous. Kezef appears as a huge mastiff, but is little more than sinew and jet black bone covered in ratty, maggot-filled fur, with a rat-like tail and malevolent, unearthly red eyes. His footprints burned into the ground as he walked, and the yellow-green pus constantly oozing from his maggots pooled in such depressant. Constantly hunts the faithful, which constitutes anyone that's chosen one god to venerate above others. Has no taste for the faithless ordinarily, unless ordered to. It just has no taste for them. Let's see. When Kezef destroys a faithful, the maggots that make up his pelt swarm off of him and devour the corpse. And then they go back and fill his body again, making it appear like a bloated maggot body. Just some gross details. I'm so sorry. But any faithful who are eaten in this fashion are forever and truly destroyed beyond even the recall of gods. Which is probably an important, like, hard-hitting point. You get some juicy info. Back in the time of deities. Let's see. He was trapped, but it took Tyr placing his right hand in Kezev's mouth, and Mistra, and Gond the Wonderbringer, two other deities, creating a leash, and Mistra wrapping it in an unbreakable glowing curtain of magical energy that automatically repaired itself to bind Kesev. But in the process of being bound, Kesev bit off Tyr's right hand. That's how Tyr lost his hand. And fed on it for centuries. Itself perished. Let's see. Last anyone had heard was still trapped, but probably with the Sundering got busted loose. What else? I think those are the most important things. What else does your spell give info on?
It just says current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known.
Okay.
The more information we already have, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, the trapped in Tyr's hand is some extra info. Some lore that's very much not known in this world. Let's see, is there anything else? I want to be able to give you just a little more juice, but I'm not really sure. Has a high intelligence despite its form. Its type, oh my gosh, it's from the Outer Planes. So I think that's everything. It's everything I have access to in my notes.
Cool.
Yeah. Or do you share that with
I think the second, I think the lore kind of, the way Tuna does is they also like inhale the smoke from the incense a little bit, because it consumes the incense, and they just kind of come back to themselves. Feora, you need to get in touch with your sister. It targets the faithful, anyone who's chosen one god over the others. You need to get in touch with your sister.
I let my informant in Avalon know it targets the faithful.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll know to
Okay.
warn her.
And then I'll go and tell the rest of it too. Everything I have learned.
I think Nisrana will speak up at this point. Well, I think that our partnership might be prove beneficial already, as I'm a bit familiar with Kesev. I don't know that a one-on-one fight you'd be able to tackle Kesev, but I do, as they're near immortal, an ancient being from when everything was first created. However, I am in knowledge of a way to see them destroyed. It doesn't
Lead
come
with the positive, not with the
Sorry.
lead with the positive, not the
It's
not
just
the
that
discredit of our abilities.
I'm terribly sorry. I don't know that I could, on a one-on-one with Kesef, manage alone. But not to say this doesn't come with its own dangers. But I think that with your capabilities, this is doable. I think we would need to enlist... Oh, oops. So sorry.
They lost power.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's such a bummer. Oh. All right. Well, I should have been faster. I think we'll have to enlist the Wild Hunt.
Sick!
And with that, we'll wrap up tonight's session.
Wow.
I was not muted.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Carly, I'm so sorry that your power cut out right then. I should have just been a little bit faster. Shame on me. I done did it. Um,
Amazing.
well, yeah, hopefully that'll be a fun little cliffhanger. Uh, all right, well, thank you, players, for a super fantastic night and session. Loads of fun. Oops. I'm changing nameplates too, just as we wrap. Oh no, it's the wrong thing. Then go back. Ah, there we go. All set. Anywho, thank you. Yeah, hope that was a fun little way to end there. I was so excited.
Yeah.
An amazing session, all of you. Ladrin with all the surprises and everything, and then everybody with all the dreams and the heads up. Like you can tell, like the campaign just got shifted into second gear. Like, brr, brr, you know, it's time to dig in. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you, viewers, for hanging out and chilling with us. Always such a blast to have you here. If you had fun, consider giving us a follow. That way you can remain up to date when we go live and such. And we're gonna, yeah, for now you've been watching Sundered Faete, our high fantasy and high drama D&D campaign, and we stream every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern. So hopefully we'll at least catch you back on next Tuesday. You can find out like what the Wild Hunt is if you don't know, or if you've been watching all along, you'd be like, what the fuck, the Wild Hunt? And see where we go from there. We're gonna go raid our friends over at Perception Studio for now. So have a lovely night. Can't wait to catch you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I can click buttons. I swear that I can.